Idea. All right, folks, quick look outside. I got your first alert weather forecast coming right up. Let me get you ready for your weekend.
Plus, the West Richland woman suspected of murdering her ex-husband made an appearance in Benton County Superior Court yesterday. And some Benton County homeowners are feeling stunned as they learn of new property assessments and potentially increased taxes. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to the weekend.
Yes.
Oh, any plans for the weekend, Jill?
I'm going to have some people over.
Nice.
Just going to enjoy the good weather. What about you?
I got friends coming in to watch, well, some football.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Quick look outside, everyone. I think everybody, if you like the sunshine and heat, you're going to have fun as well. Starting to see a little bit of light out there. Sunrise, we're still quite a ways away, about over 30 minutes, but beautiful conditions are on the way. And folks, look at these highs, and these highs are going to persist into our weekend as well. So we're going to be upper 80s, lower 90s for most of our cities as we move into Saturday, Sunday. But then that big cool down is on the way next week as we get a little cooler by Monday, mid to lower 80s. But then by the time we get to next week, mid to lower 70s. So much cooler temperatures are on the way. So if you're a fan of summer, this is the last weekend of summer. I hope you have plans to get outside and enjoy the heat. It could be the last time we see heat as high as we're seeing. Again, lower 90s, upper 80s. So more weekend sun. We have light winds at least through tomorrow. Warming trend continues and much cooler next week. Can't wait to tell you all about it in my full forecast. That's coming right up. But for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. The West Richland woman accused in the murder of her ex-husband appeared in Benton County Superior Court yesterday morning. 36-year-old Shanna Gardner is charged with first-degree murder in the killing of 33-year-old Jared Bridegan in Florida last year. The states of Washington and Florida are currently working on the extradition process. However, the paperwork has not yet been finalized, so another hearing has been set for October. Gardner's husband has also been arrested in the case and is facing a murder charge. He is pleading not guilty. An acquaintance of the couple pleaded guilty to shooting Bridegan. Florida prosecutors say he has agreed to testify against the couple. Gardner's next court date is scheduled for October 5th. Yakima police say they will not be providing any new information about a shooting near Eisenhower High School this week that required a 14-year-old to be airlifted to Harborview Medical Center for treatment. This after police announced the arrest of a 15-year-old boy in relation to the shooting. Investigators say they were able to follow leads and tips from witnesses to identify the alleged shooter, but have yet to identify the driver. The teen was arrested at a home in the Lower Valley and is being charged with first-degree assault, drive-by shooting, and second-degree unlawful possession of a firearm. We do not have an update on the condition of the shooting victim. We continue to track two fires in the Yakima River Canyon that started early this week. Both the Rosa Slope and South Slope fires are now considered 90% contained as of last check. Fire officials say they've made so much progress that crews were actually able to do some training exercises yesterday during the fire response. It's not clear yet how the fire started. They've burned more than 500 acres so far. The Benton County Assessor sent out the annual notice this week that your home value might be changing at the start of the year. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald sat down with County Assessor Bill Spencer. He explains that an increase in home value does not always result in higher taxes.
One Benton County homeowner says she expected her house value to go up, but not by this much. She says the value went up by more than $120,000.
Maybe they've added on a in-ground pool or a garage or another structure. I don't know. That makes a big difference, but we've done none of that.
Dozens have gone to Tri-Cities Facebook groups asking why this large increase in home value is happening.
I've seen people showing anywhere from 50 to almost 300. I've seen some at 285 plus, so that's huge.
According to Benton County Assessor Bill Spencer, some people will see more of an increase than usual on their annual home value change notice. He says During the years of COVID-19, the assessor's office took a measured approach to home value.
And unfortunately, what we saw here in the Tri-Cities, values got even crazier during that time. And so we got a little bit behind in our values, trying to be 100% of market value, where the state of Washington wants us at.
He says because of those 3 years of underestimating the market, now they're catching up. And that's why there's more of an increase than normal.
Because of the 3 years, we kind of ticked behind more than we really wanted to. We got a little more aggressive this year. That's why there's a little bit more of an increase than normal. But it's still right in line with what the market is saying.
This also means the budget for property taxes around the county is shifting. But Spencer says just because your home value goes up doesn't necessarily mean your property taxes will go up.
They're not one for one. Sometimes your property values go up and your taxes go down. It just depends on how equally we're treating everybody, so that you're not taking my property tax burden and I'm not taking yours.
For this homeowner, she says she's shocked and disappointed due to the lack of communication.
And I'm not saying that the market value hasn't gone up. It has, but they could have warned us. I would have thought it'd be nice if they could do increments.
While the housing market has been in the record highs recently, with the home value change reflecting those rates, Spencer estimates that if the market goes back down, we could see a home value drop once again. In Benton County, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Spencer says it's everyone's right to file for an appeal within 30 days of receiving the notice of change if they believe something is wrong. Spencer encourages them to talk with the assessor's office in person, through email, or over the phone before filing an appeal. There's also a senior exemption program for people who qualify for reduced property taxes. He says to check it out and contact the assessor's office if you have any questions. Several vehicle prowls and burglaries are under investigation in Prosser. Prosser police say someone broke into multiple vehicles in the areas of Malibu Drive, Southeast Calandron Drive, and Rio Bravo Street. In addition to theft, the break-in damaged the vehicles. Using security camera video, police have gotten pictures of a suspect described as wearing a black baseball cap, black shirt, black shorts, and white shoes. If you have information that can assist the investigation, contact the non-emergency line at 509-628-0333. An important event to assist veterans takes place in Walla Walla this weekend. The annual Veterans Stand Down runs Saturday from 9 to 2 at VFW Post 992 in Walla Walla. This event will offer information on VA services and support such as housing, employment, mental health services, and veterans benefits. Lunch is provided. Pre-registration has already closed, but walk-ins are welcomed. Anyone needing more information can call 509-524-2936 and ask for Wendy Chang. Hundreds of Yakima Valley residents flocked to the Valley Mall in Union Gap yesterday morning for the grand opening of Nordstrom Rack. It's the latest new addition in the Valley Mall's efforts to keep people shopping and spending locally instead of going out of town. The big-name store has designer clothes, handbags, makeup, and 13,000 pairs of shoes at discounted prices. There are also 50 new employees and opportunities for seasonal employment with the holidays coming up.
We finally have, that luxury aspect of retail that people have had to drive to Seattle or Spokane or just leave the valley for, and now you can drive 10 minutes instead of 2 hours.
Nordstrom Rack will be open from 10 to 9 Monday through Friday and 11 to 7 on Sunday. Oil prices continue to rise. In fact, this marks the first time in 10 months that oil has reached $90 a barrel. Drivers now face rising fuel costs as the summer driving season has ended. Part of this is due to Saudi Arabia and Russia, which surprised the market last week by extending supply reductions through the end of the year. Also, flooding in Libya has disrupted supply there. Higher oil prices remain meaningful to the overall economy because they increase inflation. The national average for gasoline has hit $3.86 according to AAA. Washington's average is much higher at $5.05. That's down from a week ago, but still higher than a year ago. Tri-Cities drivers will pay $4.91. Yakima drivers will pay $4.80, and Walla Walla drivers will pay $5.09 a gallon on average. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
The weather's starting to wake up this morning, and folks, we have beautiful sunshine and hot temperatures to talk about, but big changes coming next week. I'll get you ready for all that in my first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, continued reports of increased contamination at a popular swim spot. How to protect yourself and your pets from toxic algae coming up.
It's not every day that you can experience award-winning limited production wines selected by industry notables, plus receive advanced news regarding upcoming releases and events. Delight in the convenience of having wines delivered to your door as a member of the Coyote Canyon Wine Club.
It's a factory authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory authorized clearance only at Blue Compass RV.
Take a trip back in time at the Uptown Antique Market. Nearly 30 individual vendors with an amazing variety of inventory. From furniture to clothing, housewares to home decor, memorabilia, and much, much more. New inventory arriving daily at the Uptown Antique Market in Richland's historic Uptown.
McCurley got involved here a lot of years ago, probably over 25 years ago, with helping out the youth at our fairs. We believe in giving back as much as we can. We're not just here to sell you cars, we're also here to give back and to be a part of that family, part of that connection community. It's just the excitement of seeing these kids, how grateful they are. So it's very rewarding for us. I'm Joe Klein, I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Mazda.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, the Benton Franklin Health District says they've gotten a report of a dog dying after exposure to water that might be contaminated with toxic algae. The health district did not say where that exposure happened. The health district first reported toxic algae contamination at Howard Amon Swim Beach last month. Officials say contamination has only gotten higher since then, especially in clumps of algae along the river. The health district says the dog that died may have eaten some of the algae. The death is still under investigation, but we do know that even getting a mouthful of water contaminated with toxic algae can be enough to make people or animals sick. In some cases, the algae can be deadly, especially for pets that may try to lick themselves clean. Toxic algae contamination can present symptoms and even kill dogs within 20 minutes of contact. Exposure in animals will result in weakness, staggering, difficulty breathing, convulsions, and death. In humans, signs include numbness of the lips, tingling in the fingers and toes, and dizziness. Well, the city of Walla Walla evacuated the Marcus Whitman Hotel downtown yesterday after reports of a smell of volatile chemicals coming from the basement. According to the city of Walla Walla, readings indicate potentially unsafe conditions in the basement. First responders have not been able to locate the source of the fumes, but they have narrowed down the source enough to confirm it's not propane or natural gas. The city says the building has been evacuated out of an abundance of caution. The Department of Ecology is providing assistance. DOE and cleanup company Clean Harbor crews are continuing the search for the source and makeup of the material. The city asks citizens to continue to avoid the area. Coming up, it's the most ambitious U.S. labor action in decades as the United Auto Workers Union is on strike against the three major automakers. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Folks, that's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest on this Friday morning.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Dear 2030, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 5.49% APR for up to 60 months on your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Stacy Lee. She knows the Northwest and she knows Northwest weather.
And we're always working to make sure you get smart, complete forecasts.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30. She's on your side.
Next ET, TV's #1 show heads to CBS.
This show has really hit a nerve with a lot of people.
The big change is coming for Yellowstone next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. I love telling you, welcome to the weekend. Folks, it's going to be a lovely weekend as well. We're already seeing blue sky this morning as we're just a little bit before our sunrise. And folks, we are looking at lovely conditions throughout, mostly clear skies throughout our areas, ample sunshine expected today. And folks, it is just going to continue for our weekend. Futurecast, look at this. Again, you win a prize if you see clouds anytime today or tomorrow. And we move into our Sunday, then a little bit of cloud coverage coming on in. And folks, we are looking at just beautiful conditions continuing into Sunday evening. Then we're going to see a little bit more cloud coverage coming in. And then by the time we get to Monday, we're going to see those cooler temperatures start to take grip. And by Tuesday and Wednesday, my goodness, we're going to be much cooler. We're also a bit cooler this morning. Clear skies don't hold in the day's heat, so we are a little chillier. Upper 40s, mid to lower 50s throughout our areas this morning, and that will continue cooler morning hours, especially as we get into next week, as we actually start to see our highs cool down. So folks, enjoy the heat, enjoy the sunshine this weekend. It is summer's last gasp, as it's the last weekend of summer. Fall hits a week from today in the evening hours. And folks, we're just looking at beautiful temperatures, hot temperatures, and then much cooler temperatures by next week. 72 by Wednesday. That is going to feel downright chilly. So maybe time to bring out the coats as we're going to be looking at cooler mornings as well. So wind speeds, they are continuing to be light, and they're going to stay light at least through tomorrow. And then by Sunday, they're going to pick up to around 10 miles per hour. That's still pretty light winds, but it's the first real breeze that we're going to be seeing. And then we're going to be staying right there as we head into our next work week. So folks, just keep an eye out for some wind hitting. It's actually increased a little bit, so could be seeing up to 15 mile per hour winds. Hey, the Cougs are playing tomorrow. They're at home. They're going to be playing the University of Northern Colorado Bears. I haven't heard of that team, but I'm sure they're just fine. But we are looking at a very nice day, mid-80s for kickoff and through your drive home. If you're headed over to Pullman, should be a great game for the Cougs as they are ranked for the first time since 2019. So hope you have a chance to enjoy. As we move into today, our highs mid to upper 80s across the board. So even 90 degrees for Hermiston, just slightly warmer temperatures tomorrow, and it looks like similar temperatures for your Sunday. 7-day forecast, we do start to cool down by Monday and then much more by the time we get to Tuesday into our next work week, and could see a little bit of shower activity forming next week as well. We'll keep a close eye on that. But folks, your final weekend of summer is very summery indeed, if that's a word. I don't think it is, but let's just say it is. As we move into Monday, also we'll be seeing more cloud coverage as those clouds start to form late on Sunday. So folks, for today, light winds, ample sunshine, highs in the mostly upper 80s. Similar conditions for your weekend. Just prepare for those much cooler temperatures as we head towards fall next week.
We are learning more about the cyber attack on one of the nation's largest casino companies that caused havoc on the Las Vegas Strip and other cities. It looks like Russian hackers were involved. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
This morning, new details about how hackers breached some of the most recognizable hotels on the Las Vegas Strip, in one case in just 10 minutes.
They figured out who worked at MGM, and they decided to call into the IT help desk and pretend that they were one of the existing employees.
ABC News has learned a Russian hacking network provided the ransomware used to a group known as Scattered Spider, reportedly based in the U.S. and Europe. MGM property computers, including at the Bellagio and MGM Grand, went down Tuesday, resulting in days of long check-in lines and casino machines offline, with reports of IOUs given out to winners.
Check-in procedure is kind of messy, a lot of long lines. Gambling's really messy. It's not as fun when you have to wait.
The Financial Times reports the hackers originally tried to manipulate the slot machine software. Unsuccessful, they then hacked the resort systems in exchange for money.
There's a good chance that they're going to get paid because they need to get those operations back up and running as soon as possible. They're losing tremendous amounts of money.
Days earlier, hackers targeted Caesars Palace, compromising the hotel's loyalty program data, including Social Security and driver's license numbers. Caesars paid the ransom, reportedly $15 million. Experts warn all big corporations are at risk for similar hacks unless employees are properly trained.
These were the IT professionals that were fooled. It's always education. It's never letting your guard down.
Caesars is now offering identity theft protection and credit monitoring services to those affected. And at MGM, it's not just Las Vegas hotels affected. Other properties nationwide were hit. The United Auto Workers Union is now on strike against the big three automakers. This is the first time in its history that it has struck all three of the nation's unionized automakers at the same time. Friday at midnight, the strike began with workers taking to the streets in Michigan along with other states. The strikes are happening at a GM plant in Wentzville, Missouri, Ford's Michigan truck plant in Wayne, Michigan, and a Stellantis plant in Toledo, Ohio. Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib joined the union on the picket line early this morning.
In 2009, I remember the American people didn't bail out the big three so they can screw over their own workers. They shouldn't have to beg for a pension, for them to have the cost of living adjustment that has been part of a UAW contract since 1948. And we're in 2023. They took it out because they wanted to make sure they could stay afloat, they could survive. And now that they're making record profit, they're turning their backs on their own workers.
The strike against the big three comes after the union demanded increases in wages, benefits, and job protections for its members. And all the deals automakers offered were not enough to meet their demands by the end of the contract.
They've had our economic demands for 6 weeks. We've told them from day one, we expect a bargain now, not wait till the end. They waited till last week. We had to file unfair labor practice charges on 2 companies to get them to come to the table. So they waited till the last week to want to get down to business. Shame on them, and what they're saying is complete BS.
Ford CEO Jim Farley has gone on record claiming that giving into the union's demands would bankrupt the company.
You heard the CEO of Ford say that it would bankrupt them if they met your demands. What do you think of that?
I think it's a joke. You know what? They could double our pay right now. Labor, the cost of labor that goes into a vehicle is 5% of the vehicle. They could double our wages, and they could not raise the price of vehicles, and they would still make billions of dollars. It's a lie like everything else that comes out of their mouth.
In a statement, General Motors said it was disappointed but would continue to bargain in good faith with the union. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a premier event in the Tri-Cities begins soon. I'll give you a sneak peek at the 47th annual Sausage Fest.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease, and my doctors in Spokane strongly encouraged me to change careers. It's just amazing. Just recently I had a need for a walker. Right there it was. If I need any supplies, they're there for me. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things fall. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, Christ the King Catholic School had its annual chicken dance competition yesterday morning to kick off, well, the 47th Sausage Fest fundraiser. This year's theme for the 8th grade interpretive dance was Only the Biggest Hit of the Summer, Barbenheimer. Apple Valley News Now's Morgan Huff got a glimpse at the sights and sounds of the competition.
47 years ago, a group of people said, what can we do to raise funds? And they started the very first Sausage Fest, which was tiny, and now it's grown to the 3rd largest event in the Tri-Cities. It's affordable and it's family friendly. Yeah, it's awesome.
Everyone bow, everyone say thank you. Our best bows. You guys all did so good. Amazing.
We've pretty much started practicing it since the first couple weeks of school, and now we have it all completed and we're going to perform it. We have some of our classmates are choreographers for the dance, and they come up with the dances themselves, and then we put it together and perform it.
Come on, Barbies! Let's go party!
Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I
Next level, all right? So before we go, we do want to.
Sausage Fest continues this afternoon in Richland at Christ the King Catholic School from 5 to 11 o'clock and Saturday from 11 to 11 p.m. The weather should be very nice. Coming up, Hunter Biden now facing gun charges after a proposed plea deal fell apart. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. And with the lunch special starting as low as $10.49 for a 2-topping Pee-wee pizza and a medium drink, why go anywhere else? Delicious, mouth-watering food with only the freshest ingredients. It's lunchtime and I'm going to Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
For real? Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultima's fuel efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Get a low $329 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for 36 months on the Altima SR-VC Turbo.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
I'm Dr. Rachel Fedino, CEO of New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics. And here at New You, we want to provide a unique experience for our patients. I wanted to provide a place where patients can come and they can feel heard and listened to and really in control of their healthcare decisions.
I've tried so many other places and so many other treatments, and this is the one where I've really seen positive differences in my skin, and it's been very noticeable. And I've struggled with my acne since middle school, and it's always been deep-rooted in my face, and it hurt, and it's just improved. It was like the first time I came here, the first treatment I had, and the first time I started using the products, I actually noticed a difference. It was unique and individual, and I've seen improvements, and it's awesome.
New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is accepting new patients. Go to newyouwomensclinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
President Biden's son Hunter has been indicted on felony gun charges. And a major update in the case of Donald Trump's alleged election interference in Georgia.
And a beautiful start to your weekend with changes on the way next week as we count down the last days of summer. I'll get you prepared. My first alert, weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Friday, and the weekend is here, Jill.
Yes, and
it should be lovely.
It's going to be a great weekend, and we just saw the Sausage Fest kind of kick off with the chicken dance, and of course you were mentioning the weather will be great for that.
The weather will be great for that, and will be great for people celebrating the last weekend of summer.
Can't believe it's here.
It should become a new holiday.
Should it?
I think so. I think the Monday after.
I know, people might be sad about it.
Well, but that'll help you get over the sadness, is having Monday off, right?
Fair enough.
Okay, quick look outside, everyone. I'm trying to advocate for more days off. I think this day after Super Bowl should be a day off as well. I don't know. All right, folks, we're looking at very light conditions, plenty of sunshine, and that is going to continue for your Friday. It is going to be a gorgeous day. Upper 80s to lower 90s across the board, and do expect similar conditions tomorrow and for your Sunday. Light winds will continue until we get to Sunday, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, but really that's the first winds we've seen in the past week or so. And folks, that really isn't that much, but some breezy conditions on the way. So as we move into our evening hours, we're going to be seeing just very hot temperatures for the next couple of days. This could be the last truly hot days that we have for 2023. So if you are a fan of the heat, enjoy it while you can. We have a precipitous drop as we head into next week. Much cooler temperatures, but that warming trend continues into our weekend. More sunshine, just a beautiful weekend is on the way. I'll tell you all about it in my forecast. It's coming right up, but for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Now to Washington and the indictment of Hunter Biden. The president's son now faces felony gun charges, which could carry a decades-long prison sentence. His lawyer now speaking out. ABC's Justin Finch has the details.
This morning, Hunter Biden's attorney is defending his client against a new federal indictment, claiming the new gun charges won't hold up in court.
Hunter owned an unloaded gun for 11 days. There will never have been a charge like this brought in the United States.
If convicted, the president's son could face up to 25 years in prison after special counsel David Weiss indicted him on 3 felony gun charges. He's accused of lying about his drug use on an application when he bought a gun in 2018. Experts say it's rare for the Justice Department to bring that kind of charge against a non-violent offender.
This is the only case I could find where it was just this charge, where there was one gun, no criminal record, no other crimes were committed, and that the gun wasn't used in a crime. So when you take all of those factors together, this is very unusual.
A gun charge had previously been part of a plea deal, which also included Hunter pleading guilty to misdemeanor tax charges. But the deal unraveled in court after Republicans accused the Justice Department of striking a sweetheart deal with Hunter.
What changed? It is the folks like Chairman Comer and the Republican MAGA crazies who have been pressuring this U.S. attorney to do something to vindicate their political position, and guess what? They succeeded.
David Weiss was appointed by former President Trump and was kept in the role after President Biden took office so the investigation could continue. Hunter has also been under investigation for his business dealings, and Weiss has indicated tax charges could be filed at some point in Washington or in California, where Hunter lives. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And President Biden and the White House have not commented on Hunter's indictment. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump will not go on trial in Georgia next month, along with 18 other people, all charged with trying to overturn results of the 2020 presidential election. Yesterday, a judge decided to split the cases so that the 2 people who wanted a speedy trial will go to court on October 23rd. Everyone else, including former President Trump, will go on trial at a later date, and they could be split into even smaller groups. Some are also fighting to have their cases moved to federal court. Prosecutors had asked to put all 19 people on trial together because they're all facing the same charges, and each trial is expected to take months, as it is. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
My goodness, a beautiful morning and a beautiful start to your weekend is ahead. Can't wait to tell you all about it. My first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, a new study reveals an abandoned Apollo 17 lander left by U.S. astronauts on the moon is causing moonquakes.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hatho Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hatho.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an electric vehicle from Overturf Kia, your EV headquarters. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Save over $5,500 on a new 2023 all-electric EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive. Now just $48,999. Or get 2.49% interest for up to 72 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
The Labor Day mattress savings have been extended this week at Walker's.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year on all your favorite brands like Purple, Serta iComfort, and Beauty Rest mattress sets.
Plus, special 5 years no interest financing with no money down was brought in, as well as an additional $100 gift card with select sets sold and free local delivery.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
During the final week of savings at Walker's.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you, your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Stacy Lee. She knows the Northwest and she knows Northwest weather.
And we're always working to make sure you get smart, complete forecasts.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30. She's on your side.
Are you ready for some Monday Night Football? It's an AFC Central battle on Apple Valley News Now as the Cleveland Browns visit Pittsburgh. The Browns and the Steelers, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. A new study in the Journal of Geophysical Research, Planets, found a spacecraft that was left by the U.S. on the moon's surface in 1972 could be causing moonquakes.
You don't say.
The Apollo 17 lunar lander module is sitting a few hundred yards away from instruments recording the small tremors.
The analysis offers new insights into how the moon responds to its surroundings and what can affect its seismic activities. The rumbles are not dangerous and likely would be undetectable to humans standing on the moon's surface.
That's pretty fascinating.
Of course, there's conspiracy theories out there that the moon is hollow.
Hollow?
Yes.
Not just made of cheese.
Well, because aliens are living inside the moon.
Okay.
It's to keep an eye on us.
Well, you never know. Got to do some more research.
Yes, you may never know, but I'm pretty sure that one's not right.
Okay.
All right, a quick look outside. One thing I do know is we have beautiful conditions this morning and into our weekend. Let me get you set for all of that. My First Alert weather forecast, that's next.
Plus, they kicked off the season with a bang, but despite Wazoo's new ranking, their head coach is unfazed. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Learn more about our Bulldog Tough attorneys. Chat live about your needs with one of our representatives. Even schedule a free consultation. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. all from the comfort and convenience of your home. BrumbackAutumn.com. Motivators are standing by. Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Michael Ray, live in concert. Saturday, October 7th, Legends Casino. Michael Ray. Saturday, October 7th, Legends Casino. On sale now at Ticketmaster and the Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Michael Ray live.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the four-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance. Only at Blue Compass RV.
We're Washington Broadband, Yakima's original internet company, with over 250 square miles of fixed wireless, 60 miles of cable, 20 miles of fiber to the home. We are serious internet. Throughout the year, our crews are building fiber and cable to homes and businesses in the upper Yakima Valley. We've never raised our prices in 28 years. With 7-day-a-week support, we're also a phone company. Go to WABroadband.com to find us. We're Yakima's hometown source to the world.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. The sunshine hitting the mountains. Get ready for plenty of sunshine this morning and for your day ahead. May want to grab those sunglasses, but you may want to grab your coat as well. A little bit chilly this morning, but free and clear in our radar, and it's going to stay that way for the time being as we head into tomorrow. And then Sunday, we're going to see just a hint of cloud coverage start to come in, especially late. And we'll see more cloud coverage into our next work week as we definitively cool down as we head into next week. My goodness, it is going to be quite the change from what we're seeing this weekend. So current temperatures, we're staying a little chilly. Again, no clouds up in the sky to hold in the heat of the day. So lower 50s to upper 40s, even 42 in Ellensburg. That's just 10 degrees off of the freezing mark, which we haven't spoken of in some time. So we're keeping a close eye on those temperatures. But our highs today, we're going to be slightly warmer than yesterday and just continue to stay right there for Saturday, Sunday. Very appropriate for our final weekend of summer. And then a big cool down into our next work week as, my goodness, we are going to be comparatively chilly by Wednesday. Lower 70s. Some areas will be seeing upper 60s. So get ready for much cooler temperatures on the way as we count down the final days of summer next week into the first day of fall next Friday as we hit the autumnal equinox late on Friday. So light winds out there, they continue. We are going to see winds pick up though on Sunday. Really not that much, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, and we're going to stay right there into our next work week. So a little bit of breezy conditions after, well, nominal winds for really the past week. So a little bit of breeze on the way. Hey folks, Jill's going to talk about it even more after weather here, but the Cougs, they are at home It's tomorrow, playing the University of Northern Colorado, the Bears, and they're a big favorite for that game. Also, look at the sunshine for kickoff, halftime, and even for the drive home. Should be a beautiful football Saturday in Pullman tomorrow. So our highs today, we're in the upper 80s to mid 80s across the board as we're staying warm really throughout our regions. Even 90 degrees for Hermiston and over in the Blue Mountain region, right in those upper 80s. Look at all those 8s. It's a lot of 8s. All right, folks, as we're looking into our 7-day forecast, up to 91. Saturday looks to be our hottest day of the weekend. Then we slightly cool for Sunday, and then that big cool down on the way into our next work week. Even maybe a little bit of shower activity for your Wednesday. We'll keep a close eye on that. But more wind, more clouds, and much cooler conditions greet us next week. So, folks, enjoy this apropos warm weekend ahead for our final weekend of summer. Tri-Cities area staying in the 50s in our overnight period. Going to be down to 71, on Wednesday. And folks, just nice conditions for your weekend. For today, highs in the upper 80s, plenty of sunshine, light winds, a beautiful Friday, and a beautiful weekend is on the way. Just prepare for those changes next week.
Washington State has barely kicked off the season, and already the Cougs have a target on their backs. Wazoo is ranked number 23, the first time the school has had a ranking since 2019. But head coach Jake Dickert says he isn't a fan of ranking teams this early in the season.
It is cool. It means a lot in recruiting. It shows the hard work that our guys have put in the dark, and to get recognized for that, I do think is important. Okay, but doesn't mean anything. I want to be ranked at the end.
Our preparation has to stay the same. Our work ethic has to stay the same. And our will to compete has to stay the same. If we let one ranking go to our head, we'll end up being not ranked anymore.
The Cougars face the Northern Colorado Bears at 2 Saturday afternoon in Pullman. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Alec Murdaugh waiting to learn if he will get a new trial. Today is the deadline for the Attorney General's office to respond to the disgraced lawyer's request.
This is State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh. Your Honor.
This as Murdaugh appeared in a courtroom for the first time since he was sentenced to life in prison for the murders of his wife and son. The 55-year-old now facing state charges for financial fraud. That case playing out as his attorneys are pushing for a new murder trial, claiming the original one was tainted by bias.
The clerk of court had improper private communications with the jurors, and the subject matter of those communications was the credibility of the defense.
And we'll tell you what's next for Alec Murdaugh. Coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
She found it, the feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding your back is back, or finding psoriasis can't deny the splendor of these thighs. Once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The West Richland woman accused in the murder of her ex-husband appeared in Benton County Superior Court yesterday morning. 36-year-old Shanna Gardner is charged with first-degree murder in the killing of 33-year-old Jared Bridegan in Florida last year. The states of Washington and Florida are currently working on the extradition process. However, the paperwork has not yet been finalized, so another hearing has been set for October. We continue to track 2 fires in the Yakima River Canyon that started earlier this week. Both the Rosa Slope and South Slope fires are now considered 90% contained as of last check. Fire officials say they've made so much progress that crews were actually able to do some training exercises yesterday during the fire response. It's not clear yet how the fires started. They've burned more than 500 acres so far. The Benton County Assessor sent out the annual notice this week that your home value might be changing at the start of the year. If you're worried about your property taxes rising, that may or may not be the case. Benton County Assessor Bill Spencer explains during the years of COVID-19, the assessor's office took a measured approach to home value. Because of this, Benton County fell behind where the state wanted the county at, and now they're catching up. An important event to assist veterans takes place in Walla Walla this weekend. The annual Veterans Stand Down runs Saturday from 9 to 2 at VFW Post 992 in Walla Walla. This event will offer info on VA services and support such as housing, employment, mental health services, and veterans benefits. Lunch is provided. Pre-registration has already closed, but walk-ins are welcomed. Anyone needing more information can call 509-524-2936 and ask for Wendy Chang. The Benton Franklin Health District says they've gotten a report of a dog dying after exposure to water that might have been contaminated with toxic algae. The health district first reported toxic algae contamination at Howard Amon Swim Beach last month. Officials say contamination has only gotten higher since then. The health district says the dog that died may have eaten some of the algae. The death is still under investigation. Toxic algae contamination can present symptoms and even kill dogs within 20 minutes of contact. Exposure in animals will result in weakness, staggering, difficulty breathing, convulsions, and death. In humans, signs include numbness of the lips, tingling in the fingers and toes, and dizziness. The city of Walla Walla evacuated the Marcus Whitman Hotel downtown yesterday after reports of a smell of volatile chemicals coming from the basement. According to the city of Walla Walla, readings indicated potentially unsafe conditions in the basement. First responders have not been able to locate the source of the fumes. DOE and cleanup company Clean Harbor crews are continuing to search for the source and makeup of the material. The city asked citizens to continue to avoid the area.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Beautiful sunshine on the mountains, and we have more beautiful sunshine on the way today as we get ready for our final weekend of summer. Where has the summer gone? Free and clear as we're looking at our radar, and we do expect to see cooler temperatures this morning because, well, there's nothing to hold in the heat from yesterday. So we're in those mid to lower 50s, upper 40s. Even 42 in Ellensburg. Very chilly there. May want to definitely a coat there. But we'll be looking at higher highs today. I'll get to that in a bit. But folks, we're looking perfect for our final weekend of summer. Wind speeds are still staying light, and they will be staying light today and tomorrow. They are going to pick up on Sunday, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. So do get ready for that. Highs today are all in the mid to upper 80s. Things are going to continue to be in the mid to upper 80s or lower 90s, just like Hermiston, through tomorrow and Sunday. Then that big cool down is coming soon. So do get ready for a very nice Friday on the way, and things are looking very nice. Back to you, Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5. And you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.